The dogs that live longest, by a nose. Small dogs with prominent noses live longer than bigger, flat-faced canines, a new study suggests. All dogs go to heaven. But a bulldog might find itself headed there years before a border terrier, according to a new study of nearly 600,000 British dogs from more than 150 breeds. Large breeds and breeds with flattened faces had shorter average lifespans than smaller dogs and those with elongated snouts, the researchers found. Female dogs also lived slightly longer than male ones. The results were published in the journal Scientific Reports on Thursday. There are exceptions to those broad trends, and the findings might not apply to dogs outside Britain, where breeding practices and gene pools may be different, the researchers noted. More research will be needed to determine why some breeds have shorter lifespans than others. Some breeds are genetically predisposed to serious health problems, but breed-related differences in behavior, lifestyle, diet, environment or other factors could also play a role in shortening some dogs' lives, experts said. Now that we have identified these populations that are at risk of early death, we can start looking into why that is, said Kirsten McMillan, an author of the new study and the data manager at Dogs Trust, a dog welfare charity in Britain that led the research. This provides an opportunity for us to improve the lives of our dogs. The study is based on a database of 584,734 British dogs, which the researchers assembled from breed registries, pet insurance companies, veterinary companies and other sources. These types of records, which can be prone to various biases, are not necessarily representative of Britain's general canine population, the scientists acknowledged. But Drive. Audrey Ruppel, a veterinary epidemiologist at Virginia Tech who was not involved in the new study, said the researchers' use of so many different data sources was one of the study's strengths. I think this is a fantastic approach, she said. Most of the dogs were purebred, representing one of 155 breeds. The rest were combined into a single crossbred category. The researchers categorized each breed's overall body size as small, medium or large and its head shape as flat-faced, medium proportioned or long-faced. Across all dogs, the median lifespan was 12.5 years, the researchers found, but average lifespan varied, quite spectacularly, among breeds, Drive. McMillan said. Lancashire Heelahs, a breed of petite herding dogs, were canine Methuselahs, living for 15.4 years on average. The much larger Caucasian Shepherd dogs, though, had an average lifespan of just 5.4 years. As a group, small breeds lived for 12.7 years on average, compared with 11.9 years for large breeds. This was consistent with prior research on dogs and other mammals, which has generally found that within a given species, smaller individuals tend to outlive larger ones. Flat-faced breeds, which are also called brachycephalic, lived for 11.2 years on average, while medium and long-faced breeds had average lifespans of 12.8 and 12.1 years. Some flat-faced breeds, like the French Bulldog, have become wildly popular. But experts have warned that their extremely short snouts can lead to respiratory problems, heat stroke and other health challenges. Some of the traits associated with shorter lifespans also appeared to compound one another, the researchers found. As a group, small, long-nosed breeds, such as miniature dachshunds and whippets, live 13.3 years on average, roughly 2.5 years longer than large, short-nosed breeds such as boxers and bull mastiffs, which together had an average life expectancy of 10.7 years. Evolutionary history played a role, too. Closely related breeds had more similar life expectancies. The researchers also found that purebred dogs, as a group, had average lifespans of 12.7 years compared with 12.0 years for crossbred dogs. That survival advantage for purebred dogs contradicts some prior research and could stem from the fact that all crossbred dogs, regardless of size or breed mix, were combined into a single category, scientists said. But Drive. Rupel said that she was glad to see results that challenge the conventional wisdom that mixed-breed dogs are always healthier than their purebred counterparts. I think it is a more complex question than that, she said. There are pure breeds of dogs that are generally pretty healthy. Longevity of companion dog breeds. Those at risk from early death. The companion dog is one of the most phenotypically diverse species. Variability between breeds extends not only to morphology and aspects of behavior, but also to longevity. Despite this fact, little research has been devoted to assessing variation in life expectancy between breeds or evaluating the potential for phylogenetic characterization of longevity. Using a dataset of 584,734 unique dogs located within the UK, including 284,734 deceased, we present variation in longevity estimates within the following. Parental lineage purebred equals 1 breed. Crossbred is greater than or equal to 2 breeds. Breed N equals 155. Body size, large, medium, small. Sex, male, female. Encephalic index brachycephalic, mesocephalic, dolichocephalic. Survival estimates were then partitioned amongst phylogenetic clades, providing evidence that canine evolutionary history, via domestication and associated artificial selection, is associated with breed lifespan. This information provides evidence to inform discussions regarding pedigree health, whilst helping current prospective owners, breeders, policymakers, funding bodies and welfare organizations improve decision-making regarding canine welfare. The modern domesticated dog Canis lupus familiaris includes over 400 genetically distinct breeds, representing considerable variation in morphological, behavioral, and physiological phenotypes 1, 2. However, variability between breeds also extends to life expectancy 3, 4, 5. In spite of this, little research has been devoted to assessing variation in longevity between canine subpopulations or evaluating the potential for phylogenetic characterization of longevity. Providing these estimates would help veterinarians and researchers highlight health and welfare challenges within the field, whilst also managing stakeholder expectations, including current and prospective owners, with regards to future responsibilities and duration of dog-owner relationship. Though it is widely accepted that dogs were domesticated from an ancient wolf ancestor 6, 7, findings diverge on the specific timing, location and number of domestication sites 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. However, a date of around 16,000 calories BP, calibrated years before the present, is generally accepted as the timing of domestication, based on robust archaeological and genomic evidence 6, 15, 17, 18, 19. Despite this approximately 16,000-year timeline, the spectacular phenotypic diversity observed amongst breeds is thought to have originated much more recently, largely through intense artificial selection. This has led to the development of closed breeding populations with limited genetic heterogeneity 20. The loss of genetic diversity can be attributed to a significant population bottleneck event, the generation of pedigree breeds 21, 22, 23. To ensure the persistence of pedigree diversity, strict breeding practices have been in place to restrict gene flow between breeds 24. These practices include the repeated use of popular sires, breeding to perpetuate desired physical or behavioral characteristics, promotion of the breed barrier rule, i.e., a dog can only become a registered member of a breed if both parents are registered members, and population maintenance via inbreeding within closed familial lines 25, 26, 27, 28. Additionally, selection pressure towards phenotypic exaggeration to achieve breed standards and/or obtain a competitive advantage when judged at show standards has been associated with hereditary pathology and conformation disorders 29, 30. Breeding practices focused on physical appearance solely often result in reduced attention to canine health, welfare, functionality, and behavior. Longevity estimates for an average domestic dog varies between 10.0 and 13.7 years of age, with variation depending on populations analyzed, e.g., country and/or breed-specific 3, 4, 5, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. However, significant variation in longevity has been reported both within and between purebreds. For example, median estimates for West Highland White Terriers have been reported at 12.7 and 13.5 years of age, while estimates for Rottweilers have been substantially lower at 8.0 and 8.4 years of age 3, 4. Furthermore, variation in longevity has been reported between pure parental lineage, place equals 1 breed, and crossbred plural is greater than or equal to 2 breeds dogs, with most research reporting longer life expectancies within crossbreeds 34, 36, 39, 40, however see 41. Within a subset of UK and Japanese canine populations, a crossbred survival advantage of 1.2 and 1.3 years was reported in comparison with their purebred counterparts, respectively 3, 36. Consequently, it has been hypothesized that the longevity advantage presented in crossbred dogs may be due to the reduction in homozygous deleterious genes, along with non-genetic differences between and within pure and crossbred populations, e.g., management styles 31. The former would suggest the presence of hybrid vigor within canine populations 42. Hybrid vigor, or heterosis, is the increase in stature, biomass, and fertility that characterizes the progeny of crosses between diverse parents, such that the progeny is superior to the better of the two parents 43. Inbreeding depression describes the converse effect, i.e., the decline in quantitative measures of fitness upon homozygosis of alleles, i.e., inbreeding 43. At present, there is little evidence to support the existence of either evolutionary process, i.e., hybrid vigor or inbreeding depression, within domestic dogs 3, 28, 42. However, nearly 700 inherited disorders and traits have been described in the domestic dog 44, including hip dysplasia, brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome, cardiomyopathies, endocrine dysfunctions, and blood disorders 11, 29, 45, 46. As a result, the burden of disease within most purebred populations has become one of the most important issues in canine welfare. It is imperative that future discussions are open and multidisciplinary, as they have significant implications on the ethics of breeding practices, along with the quality of life and longevity of canine breeds.